Welcome back, everybody. Now, when you think of the Freemasons, I would imagine some of the words that come to mind are mystery, ritual, tradition, but the 300-year-old society has broken with convention and opened their doors to a documentary crew.
It's in an effort to show that one of the world's oldest clubs is far more modern, inclusive and progressive than its reputation suggests. We'll speak to three members in a moment. Morning all.
Morning.
First, have a look at their time on Inside the Freemasons.
Life throws many things at you. For some people, they might hit a bottle of whiskey. For other people, they might go out for a meal. For me, to climb on board a motorbike is just incredible. Moments when you're on a motorbike and you see 15 to 20 people on bikes in front of you and the same number behind you, and then suddenly you think, Struth, they're all Masons. That's quite a moment.
As the grand procession forms, Dr. David Staples, the new Deputy Grand Director of Ceremonies, is feeling the heat.
There are people who have fainted as Deputy Grand Director of Ceremonies, and they are legendary now. There are people who've done all sorts of things. It is known as doing an X. I do not want doing a Staples to enter the Masonic legend.
After an initiation, there is a song to the initiates, and it's something that people normally within the lodge hold quite dear to their heart before they deliver it. Let us prepare, we brothers that are assembled on merry occasion.
Let's drink, laugh and sing, our wine has a spring, here's a health to an accepted Mason. Let's drink, laugh and sing, our wine has a spring, here's a health to an accepted Mason.
Beautiful.
So many questions to ask. Well, joining us now are three members of the Freemasons: Peter Younger, David Staples and Josh Spencer. Josh, we just saw you singing there. Just for you, being part of the Masons, it's a family thing. Is it family tradition?
Yes, it is a family tradition. I'm a fourth generation Mason, but it's really evolved into something that I can enjoy with people of all ages, people from all different backgrounds, and my friends. I've actually invited several of my friends into it over the years.
And have they joined?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Why did they choose to join?
Yes.
I think everybody joins for their own reasons, and they can get out of Freemasonry whatever they'd like to. I think that's the beauty of it.
I was going to put that question to you, David, because a university friend invited you
That's
along
right,
to meet.
I
Is that
joined
right?
primarily on a
You
whim.
had no family members at all?
I pretty much never heard of the Freemasons before I joined. A friend of mine at university used to disappear off 4 or 5 times a year, and he said, would you like to come along? This might be something that you would enjoy. And I didn't look enormously into it, and it got under my skin. And I've been a Freemason now for 21 years. I've had an enormous amount of fun. I've met huge numbers of different people from all different walks of life, all different backgrounds, and yeah, I'm now completely hooked.
David, same question to you. Why did you join?
Peter.
Peter, sorry.
I think very similar to David in that the curiosity was there from an early age, but instead of watching colleagues at university going off, it was my father. So I was sitting at an early age while my father was putting on his dinner jacket and getting this little case out the bottom of the wardrobe and going off to a meeting. And my grandfather was in masonry as well, so I think it was always just on the cards. It was just a case of when was the right time to join.
And how important to you, and you've got an apron here, haven't you? How important to you is that kind of, is the sort of ritual?
The ritual side of it, really, it's what brings us all together and what bonds us all together. There are 3, you could almost call them plays, that you participate in when you join. And it's that process that bonds you together, because it is very special. It's a very special moment when you join Masonry. And it's something that remains with you for the rest of your life. And as a consequence of that, that's really what bonds us all together within the fraternity.
I think that's what we want to help people of a newer generation benefit from as well, because I've gained so much confidence from what we do in our ceremonial side of Freemasonry to be able to deliver professional presentations at work, which I would never have been able to have done with the life experience I would have had otherwise.
What about some of the I suppose the accusations that are thrown at the Freemasonry movement, the stuff about the secrecy and the whole sort of jobs for the boys culture? I'm sure you hear that a lot, don't you? How would you answer that?
From the secrecy point of view, you can find out any of our ceremonies, any of our secrets on Google in under 15 seconds. So it's not secret in any real sense of the word. And as far as the other sort of things which are thrown about, I've been a Freemason for 21 years and I have never encountered any of that at all. And it's absolutely forbidden. You're not allowed to network for business purposes within Freemasonry. But what you do get out of it personally are the sorts of things that Josh has been talking about. You build yourself into a bigger person, a better person, a person more fit for the societies and communities that you come from.
And what about you, Peter? What about that sort of accusation that Dan saying about jobs for the boys? Have you... That doesn't happen?
No, I mean, I've been a Freemason for 23 years, and in that time I've been made redundant twice, but nobody's ever offered me a job inside a lodge. But again, as David said, what I have gained is just, a fantastic level of friendship. It's personal support, it's not professional support.
What about some of the strange practices? I mean, in the documentary they talk about sort of baring your breast as a man, so to prove that you're not a woman. Did you all have to do that? And is that something that do you laugh about that? Is that part of the ceremony?
We only did it once, and that's when we joined. We've not done it since. I mean, when we get together, we don't roll the trousers.
But it's still a bit strange, isn't it?
It's strange because it's never been explained.
Right. So
But if you look at things in everyday life that are, when you think about it, are strange, giving Easter eggs, Halloween, on Guy Fawkes we burn an effigy once a year. I mean, those are strange, but they're parts of everyday life. Masonry hasn't been, and that's what this documentary is all about.
You want to say something, Josh, as well? You were coming in there, were you?
Yes, so also the ceremonial side of Freemasonry is purely to do with what traditional stonemasons, who were traditionally illiterate, what they would have done to distinguish one another and also distinguish their skills. So that in Freemasonry is purely taken symbolically to allow us to develop into better people.
And what about women?
So the first myth to dispel is that there are Lady Masons and Co-Masons lodges and lady-only lodges. And I think that fraternal organisations do still have a place in modern society. I think that that brotherly bond is the same as what you'd experience in a rugby club or any other form of fraternal organisation. And that's something to be celebrated in this so communication-heavy and social media-heavy society.
It's really insightful.
Program.
Yeah, thank you very much. If you want to see some of the secrets, they are on Inside Freemason. It starts next Monday on Sky One.
You had a bit of a secret handshake as well, didn't you, with Dave?
I don't know.
Oh, right, okay.